First place today gets $1,500. Second place, $570. Third place, $280. That's a lot for just a one-day little invitational tournament. That is one of the ways where Forty was able to make so much prize money over the course of last year. Through many Don't Force Me Cups. Also through other big tournaments, of course, where Forty tended to do really well. But much of the prize money came from Don't Force Me Cup. That's how Forty got another record, by the way. $123,000 in prize money last year, topping the year before, 2024, where he also made $120,000 and a little bit of change. Forty is going for the pull, is faking a pull, sort of. Wait, normally when the Acolyte attacks, normally the Rock Golem runs back, but this time it didn't work for some reason. But Forty respected it and didn't go for the creep. 1-0 did figure it out. The Acolyte was alive long enough to see it. And now Forty knows what's going on. He sees the DK approaching. Seeing this means Ted Fiends. Oh, Death Knight trying to creep the green camp over here. Gonna take a little bit of damage from the Archmage. That was quite a bit of mana invested, by the way. 2 coils. Comes at the gate with 3. After a bit of regen, he gets 4 coils, but then he might be dry for a long time. Playing around the last hits here. DK doesn't get it. Doesn't attempt the coil. Forty taking his time here with the expansion. Undetect with the Ted Fiend build is very fast. It's kind of slow out the gate. You only have DK and Skellies for a long time. You're going to be low on Fiends for a long time. Once you get Lich and Statues out, all of a sudden the strat gets a lot stronger. And especially when you reach tier 3 with Orb and Destroyers around 50 supply, then, perhaps even with a third hero, then suddenly gets very strong. So there's a very unique power structure. Another pause. They might be struggling a bit with lags, I guess. Claws and Ring for the AM. Not too bad. DK creeping up a bit more. Still not level 2. And no peasants were killed off here yet. This is the big downside of Ted Fiends. When you don't have a good start, it seems like you're just playing from behind. There's not so much you can do early with a few tools available to you. DK also quite low mana here for a long time. Nice scout by 40. I would say 40 so far is playing this very well. Only thing missing for him is level 3. For that, he would need a few Skellies. Great scouting, look at that. 40's checking this avenue, checking this avenue. He knows the undead here loves to go for a peasant hunt. Goes for boots early. So now you want to be quick to react. If this peasant gets attacked, pull it back, and so on. You know, we call it micro. You may have heard of it. Oh, last hit. Goes to the DK, but it costs him another coil. One of Mana Seal here is actually very nice to have. 40 with a very early lumber mill. Human tech is not looking super fast over here. 40 may have to turtle for a long time to finally get out his tier 3 tech, which he will need in the end. The plan for 1-0 will be to at some point go for the tier 3 timing attack with Lich, Fiend, maybe Destroyers, maybe Pit Lord, and try to break this expansion. And the hope then is that the undead, the human I mean, isn't ready yet with a tech, isn't ready yet with tier 3 knights and all that. Nice creep over here. Rest of the camp gives level 3 to the AM while the AM is pressuring. But once the Lich and statues are out, like I said, the undead strategy gets a lot stronger. But look at the AM. Always able to poke, do a little bit of damage, force some coils maybe. as now the tech finally begins. Since he didn't go for the lab earlier, by the way, there's no shredder, which means lumber is going to be a lot more difficult to come by. Oh, a little bit of a last hit steal here. That's quite cute. 7 footies for 40. He is going for a defend. He's in good position to counterattack. If he sticks around here, whenever the undead army is moving out, he could threaten an attack into the undead main base. Try to go for some acolytes. I think 40 is playing this very, very smart so far. Also very on point with his AM micro. Not overexposing, not taking unnecessary damage. Now we can try to go for surrounds, maybe. Ooh, surrounds here would be big. Locks one in. But might be able to fight out. Or maybe not. Oh, gets a fiend kill here. That's huge. Great play by 40. And a footy deny. Damn. He's doing this so well here. Separating the Lich also from the army, forcing him back. Creating so much space. This is masterful play so far by 40. Lich now out of mana. And DK only now level 3. 7.5 minutes. That's quite late. Ideally, you would like to have 4 to 5 towers in each base to be set up defensively against destroyers. But again, without Shredder, that's hard to accomplish. Oh, lumber's very low for 40 here. He went for masonry. He's not going to be able to rush tier 3 right away. Lumber's a bit too low. Still making more peasants, making more econ. Footy's still in a counter-attacking position, but once tier 3 is done, these counter-attacks are a lot weaker. Great positional play by 40 here. The most dangerous time, though, will be when 1-0 is in front of this base with his tier 3 army fully assembled with a third hero, and the human tier 3 isn't done yet. 40 is trying everything right now to buy time for his tech. Wait, never mind, he's not teching. He's staying tier 2. He's too low lumber. The lack of Shredder seems to mean he can't go tier 3. I guess that means he's gonna need workshops next to try to go for gyros. I'd say this game is looking pretty good for Mr. 120. Little footy attack here into the main. This has nothing. Especially without the Archmage present. Okay, it is a tier 3 tech after all. But it's delayed. 5 towers at the expansion and 4 in the main base. Pretty much following the standard recipe. But here are the destroyers. And there's no gyros against them. 40 has to be very fast with the repair. He's got lots of peasants close by. Trying to repair. Do you even want to summon a water elemental here? That's the question. It might just be more mana for the destroyers. And it's a D6. Okay, we missed a lot here because of Float TV delay. But 40 seems to be holding so far. DK really hurt. Looking for kills. 40, of course, behind in experience. Always the case with this strategy. When we desynced out, there was no gyros out yet, but now there are. 40 has gotten through the most difficult point. The most difficult point in the game is before your tier 3. Normally, once you're tier 3, things get a lot more playable. And of course, the expo keeps paying off more and more over time. It's really not easy, by the way, against the top undead. Holding on against this Ted Fiend pressure play. Really not easy, but 40 here doing it so well. Landing another surround. Oh. Should perhaps not try to hold it. Actually holds it with the Water Elemental and gets the kill. Kills again the Pit Lord, and that's the GG. Against Happy's Crypt Lord play, we saw Fortitude playing quite aggressively at times. Going for a power build, into a quick expansion, into quick harass. That looked very, very strong at times. But it seems like 1-0 is very much dissatisfied with the Crypt Lord right now. He is mainly playing Lich these days. Ooh, whoa, what is this creep? Isn't that very risky? If the Lich goes here to harass, that could be quite scary, but I guess the Lich is busy right now creeping just himself. Creeping with only 2 ghouls, so lots of lumber being saved here by 1-0. Wait. 40 only crept the big creep and got the circlet. Oh, he went for an Acolyte pull. 1-0 went for an Acolyte pull, pulling the creeps south. Oh, that messes with the early creep route a lot here for the AM. Both players here seemingly quickly getting to level 2. AM items are decent. Didn't get the claws, which he would have loved to have, I'm sure. Okay, will certainly succeed here in 1 cancel. This Haunter was still very early in production, very easy to cancel. Good Nova. Damage on the Footman. And a good escape here also by 40, since there's no narrow tower up yet. This footy would be level 2 if the Lich gets it, by the way. It's an important last hit. Ah, the Water Elemental almost there for a deny. Small mistake by 40. That could have been done a little bit better. It's not even a mistake, but it wasn't exactly perfect the way the first map was. Alright, now 40 going for his own expansion. Ideally, we would like to set up this expansion, take minimal losses on the peasants, and get another cancel after. We'll see how it's going to work out. Lich showing up, going for the last hit, gets the big boy. Big experience here. AM now having an even tougher time getting to level 3. Ring +5. Good later, not so good now. Seems like a great start so far for the Lich, if you ask me. Delaying the human expansion, getting more peasant kills. 40 now feels he has to get the cancel on the Haunted. If this one fails, the game might be GG immediately.
Players' forces are under attack.
$30. 1-0 trying to pluck the holes. Prevent water elementals ideally from getting in. 40 has to get this cancel. 15 seconds. Is there enough damage? 10 seconds. Acolytes are here, ready for repair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he got it! Whee! At the last moment. Got the cancel. Man, he needed that really badly. 40 isn't even ahead now, I don't think. But at least he's still in the game. I think the big problem here for 40 was the creep route, the initial one. Going for this camp and then only getting 100 experience is not good enough, I think. That Acolyte pull really destroyed his early game. Nope, we got a lot of ghouls over here. Lich still didn't get boots, by the way. Surprisingly. Looking for the Archmage, but only has the level 1 Nova. Not much mana, but finally boots. Surely this time there's no cancel possible. Footy's coming back for another round. We got 6 footmen, all healthy. 40 is creeping the green, trying to get level 3. Okay. 15 seconds. There's no way. There's no way. It's not gonna happen. Peasants moving out, trying to expand, I guess. Yeah, what is there attacking already? This game looks over. Forty with one hell of an uphill battle this game. If he wins this match, that would be crazy. He can do some damage here. Level 2 water elementals are quite strong at the moment. But we also got ghouls up north, putting pressure on this expo attempt. That's nice.
A player's forces are under attack.
For the militia here as well. Oh man, this expo is going to be so ridiculously late. There's a tech actually going on. This is the weirdest build I've seen in a while. 40 here definitely rolling with the punches, improvising. And expo is prevented. One base human versus two base undead. Rarely seen. It is quite a few ghoul kills. One more here. AM had quite a bit of mana to use. Now he seems to be running out slowly. And it's a lot of buildings cancelled. You know, considering the terrible early game, Fortitude is making this work, sort of. But for how long is this gonna work? Okay, 40 has a lot of resources, so we can easily go for the power build here. But again, good ghoul scout, look at that. Lich, surprisingly long, stuck on level 2. But now he's about to hit level 3. He's also getting bonus experience now, having reached tier 2. Oh, and the wonderful Wand of Negation is now available. Nicely healing up all the footmen. Tier 2 finished. MK immediately. Dude, supply-wise, 40 is ahead. Did he keep this game somehow even despite being down a base by so long? He might still end up being far behind in tech though, so that's going to be another problem. Sick game though still by 40. Like I said, this first initial creep here, very ambitious. The Acolyte pull really ruined his early game. But he's clawing his way back here. Oh, no Arcane Tower in the main base. 40's troubles are far from over. Peaceful. Okay, but now the MK shows up. That's easy kills on the ghouls. Even better would be on the Lich. Oh shit, water elemental surround. Oh, damn. And that might be 40 taking the lead again. 1-0 here, one mistake, one big one. Underestimating the MK timing. That's a huge jump for 40. Death Knight joining only now. And tech-wise, 40 is not far behind. Ideally, you want to be a little bit ahead as the human. In a perfectly even game, I think the human tech is a little bit faster. Oh, looking for another surround here. Ooh. He's got it. He's got it! Snowball ready. Oh my god, the dieback! Ooh. That is really, really painful. Look at all the mana on the Archmage. Look at all that mana. And the DK didn't buy a new Wand of Negation. Forty now firmly back in the driver's seat. He has reclaimed the lead. Very impressive again. It was a bad early game. Very bad. That expansion never came up. Well, not never, but not for a long time. I was fighting against 2 base undead for so long, and now the power of the water elementals is being felt. The level 2 Brilliance Aura is so good here. Get another Stormbolt in a moment. Yeah, and trading footies, of course. Trying for another surround. No way, no way, no way, no way! Coil. There's a Nova ready. Oh my god! 3rd kill! In 13 minutes! Wow. Wow. Oh my god. So much experience from these hero kills. Sadly, he's TP'd and locked in the main base, but that was amazing. Holy shit, Fortitude. Holy shit. What a guy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, he wasn't stuck in the base for too long. That was so sick. So sick. The way he played this from a terrible spot being so far behind. That is what champions are made of, you guys. When you can still play amazing and outplay your opponent when you're far behind. That is the stuff of champions. Sick. Really sick. I would be shocked if 40 doesn't win this game now. Incredible play by him. 3 lich kills in 13 minutes. 1-0 is able to keep this game even because of his big expo advantage. But he's behind in experience now by quite a bit. Trying to hunt for fiends here. The knights, of course, putting in decent damage. Got the clap already. 1 fiend killed, or should we say denied. Another one denied, but that's still 2 fiends gone. Ghouls falling as well. 40 fighting this so well. Losing nothing except for just footies. The Orb of Slow, by the way. Kicking in quite well. Stormbolt on the Death Knight. Did he calculate this right? Can he get this kill as well? Holy Light not even needed. 4th hero kill in 15 minutes. Ah, didn't quite save the Knight. Could have done it maybe with the Holy Light. Yo, so sick. Incredible series by 40. That's another kill. And the staff to save the pally. I'm sitting here right now just shaking my head. Just shaking my head at how sick 40 is playing. Absolutely insane. Another one. Wait. He has a TP, he can dive. Oh my god. Game over. Game so over. MK not even dead. Oh, never mind. MK is dead. Okay. Level 5 Archmage. How many hero kills was this, by the way? Wait, he got the Lich 4 times. And the DK and the Dark Ranger. That's 6 hero kills for 40 in 16 minutes. Okay, TP out finally. Ridiculous amount of kills though for 40. Absolutely insane. Huge supply lead, of course. I mean, 6 hero kills, that's crazy. And 40 ain't done yet. Getting ready for the next round.
A player's force
Normally, I always like to say, hey, even if the undead is a bit behind, that's okay. Once you get level 5 Lich, you unlock such great power. You can definitely come back. But here now, the deficit seems to be kind of crazy. Only level 1 Stormbolt. It's level 2 Clap. Level 4 level up for the MK would be phenomenal as well. Good upgrades on the Knights here. 2-1. Don't have Animal War training, but we do have Sundering Blades. Oh, DK steals the last hit and the item. Hoping to get away, and away he gets with the step. Reduced mining here for a long time. Fiend upgrades, terrible. If you get very strong Fiend upgrades like 3-1, you can carve through the Knights pretty well. But those upgrades aren't available. And now the tanks to break the towers, love it. Knights are fighting the Fiends. Item on the ground! What was that? TP maybe? So many watch elements as well, so much damage. That's it, GG. Fortitude! One hell of a performance here.